Imagine this. You spend your whole life trying to be helpful, trying to be available, trying to be the good one, the dependable one, the person who never says no. You think that makes people respect you. But here's the truth that breaks people in half the first time they hear it. The more you do for people, the less they think of you. Not because you're unworthy, not because you're not enough, but because every act of overgiving sends the same silent message. My time is cheap. My energy is endless. My boundaries don't matter. And people believe what you teach them. Every day, without knowing it, you're training the world how to treat you. And right now, you're training them to step on you. There are 5 behaviors, 5 psychological traps that make people lose respect for you even while you're trying to earn it. These aren't mistakes. They're self-destructive patterns that whisper, I don't value myself, so you don't have to either. But the ancient Stoics, they knew better. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, men who moved through the world with a kind of quiet, unshakable authority. They understood something we've forgotten. Respect isn't earned through pleasing people. It's commanded through boundaries. And today I'm going to show you the 5 things you must stop doing if you want people to finally treat you like you matter. Some people are going to hate this new version of you. Good. It means you're finally waking up. 1. Stop explaining yourself to people who don't deserve explanations. Listen to yourself next time you want to say no. Instead of simply saying it, you build a 10-minute TED Talk. I'd love to help, but there's this thing, and I feel bad, and stop. You're not declining. You're requesting permission to decline. And the moment you start explaining, you hand your power away. Because every justification becomes a target. Oh, you're tired? Don't be weak. You're busy? This will only take a second. You have plans? Cancel them. Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. But when you over-explain, you hand strangers the keys to your decisions. Strong people don't defend their boundaries. They state them. And the more silent your no becomes, the louder your self-respect gets. 2. Stop being everyone's emotional dumping ground. You know this role. The late-night calls, the venting, the endless negativity from people who never change, never improve, never listen. You've become their emotional support animal. Available 24/7, unpaid, unappreciated. Here's the brutal psychology. Most people don't want solutions. They want attention. They want a witness to their drama, a stage, an audience. And you're the audience. But every time you take in their chaos, your mind pays the price. Your peace becomes collateral damage. Your optimism erodes. Your goals shrink under the weight of their problems. Seneca said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. But whose imagination are you suffering from? Yours or theirs? You're not required to be a therapist for people who refuse to help themselves. When they start dumping, ask, what are you going to do about it? That sentence alone filters out real friends from emotional vampires. 3. Stop giving to people who only take. The ones who are always broke when the bill comes, always in crisis, always needing a ride, a favor, a loan, your time, your energy. But when you need something, suddenly they vanish. Busy, unavailable, conveniently forgetful. Here's what's really happening. You're not being kind. You're being used. You've become a resource, not a friend. A vending machine that dispenses favors instead of snacks. And when you give without receiving, you create an unbalanced relationship where they grow entitled, you grow resentful. Epictetus said, "Do not explain your philosophy, embody it." If you want mutual respect, practice mutual generosity. Help people who help. Give to people who give. Stop rewarding selfishness with your kindness. Generosity is beautiful. Exploitation is not.
4. Stop apologizing for existing. Sorry to bother you. Sorry for asking. Sorry I exist. Do you hear yourself? Some people apologize more than they breathe. Every unnecessary sorry is a confession. I don't think I belong here. Apologizing for taking up space makes people treat you like an afterthought. Stop shrinking. Stop minimizing yourself. Stop acting like your needs are problems. The world has never needed fewer people who apologize for existing, and more people who show up without permission. 5. Stop seeking validation from people who don't even respect you. You bend your personality like soft clay in their hands. You change your opinions based on who's listening. You laugh at jokes that aren't funny. You agree with ideas you don't believe just to avoid conflict or rejection. But Marcus Aurelius exposed this trap perfectly. How much time he saves who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does. You don't need permission to be yourself. You don't need approval to breathe. You don't need consensus to have value. The day you stop trying to impress people is the day you become truly impressive. So what happens when you stop doing these things? At first, people get angry, confused, threatened. Why? Because they liked you better when you had no boundaries, when you overgave, when you over-explained, when you let them walk through your life with muddy shoes. They'll say you've changed. You're cold, difficult, selfish. Good. You're not changing into a worse person. You're changing into someone who finally respects themselves. The ones who truly care will adjust. They'll understand. They'll match your energy. They'll appreciate that your time means something now. That your yes means more because it's no longer automatic. Your relationships will shift for the better. The Stoic truth. Self-respect isn't selfish. It's the foundation of every healthy relationship. If you don't value your time, others will waste it. If you don't protect your boundaries, others will cross them. If you don't respect yourself, others will mirror that disrespect back to you. So stop explaining, stop absorbing, stop overgiving, stop apologizing, stop performing. Start existing with intention. Start living with boundaries. Start carrying yourself like someone whose life matters. Because it does.